Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Anchor's Argonaut Collection Double Liberty IPA. Double Liberty was introduced in 1975, no, 2015. Liberty Ale was introduced in 1975, and this was the 50th anniversary edition. I don't know if they're going to have it on a regular basis or if it's just a one-time commemorative thing. It's really the same recipe, more or less, as the Liberty Ale, America's first mass-produced India Pale Ale, according to Anchor. They use the 2-row pale, barley malt, and the Cascade hops for regular hopping and dry hopping, but they say they double it up. They make it 8.2% alcohol, which is not double the Anchor Liberty, and they make it 90 international bitterness units, but they say on their website that you're not going to perceive it as 90, it's going to seem milder than 90. And I notice that a lot with other IPAs, but at least they're telling you this. The other ones will talk about, oh, you can't handle it. Just like the Liberty Ale, it features a hand-drawn eagle by our artist James Stitt. Double Liberty's eagle soars. Okay, with hops and Anchor in tow. Beer Advocate says it's very good, but they're only you're looking at what, 20, what did they say, 24 ratings? Rate Beer is saying, or is it's 51 ratings. Rate Beer has 24 ratings, and they're saying 96 out of 100. Yeah. Not the greatest in the style. Or no, 89 out of 100, sorry. Okay, and there's a couple of videos on the internet, on YouTube, and I haven't watched them yet. I bought this at Dorgnac's, and it was $9.99 for the 4-pack. So about $2.50 a bottle for something sort of exquisite. Everybody else I was talking to on the internet said, I never saw it. So in New Orleans, we get a lot of stuff that people cannot get. But then, of course, other people get stuff we can't get, okay? So it cuts both ways, as they like to say on TV. Kind of a thin off-white head. It's a no, not murky, but it's kind of an opaque. You know, it's hazy. You can't see through it too well. Orange looking, golden orange, I guess, when you're looking at it. Depends how the light's hitting it. With the light shining through, it's that brilliant orange gold. I see some sediment, certainly not big chunks, but quite a few chunks. Now, we were saying that the Anchor, and some of the people doing examinations with us had trouble finding just regular old Anchor. So our group was smaller than it should have been. Same thing with the Sierra Nevada Bigfoot. 2 people could find it. Everybody else was like, I cannot find it. Oh, well, John Sharon found it, but then he had to do something else. But other people couldn't find it. We were thinking that the Anchor Liberty was more like a pale ale than a India Pale Ale. It's some mild apricot and maybe sweet white bread, and I mean emphasis on maybe. This aroma is not very bold. It is about as mellow as it can get. Brewed in May and bottled in May. That's what they said on the website. It's brewed and bottled in May and sold in August and September. Well, I bought it in October. Here we are in November. You're Thursday, I'm Friday, come over Saturday, whatever, Sunday. So the aroma, the appearance is okay. The aroma is not too bold. It's not bad. They say you're not going to get any alcohol in the flavor. No, you're really not. It's kind of like the nose. There's a very noticeable apricot punch, and it's got to be coming from the Cascade, regular and dry hopped. it's a sweet white bread. I mean, these IPAs, it's like, why do you watch these videos? Because they're all saying the same thing. I mean, I watch thousands of video beer reviews and they're all kind of like the same thing, you know? So if you're into redundancy, you really like that kind of thing. I am into redundancy because I used to work at the office of redundancy office, and so I'm big into all of that, like doing the same thing constantly, again and again and again and again and again. And so that's what you get with these IPA reviews. Now, but this one is a little different in the sense that there's that underlying apricot thing, and I don't know where that's coming from. It's a little, somebody put grapefruit sculpin in here, you know, but it's got that citrusy tanginess, and it's kind of peculiar. The mouthfeel is medium, and then the finish is, you can tell, dry. It's easy drinking, and I think it's going to really pack a underneath punch. You know, you're going to be sipping and drinking it, la-di-da, and then whoa, 8.2. Hello, kids. Mama, I'm coming home. So it's seriously though, but it is really good. Man, there is no off anything with this. Some IPAs, they have some off aromas and flavors and they're just wanky, but Anchor does great work. I mean, they're one of the premier brewing companies in the United States, let's be honest. And their prices are great relative to other IPAs. It's like, no, I'm not paying $12.99 for a bomber of something that's not as good, more than likely, as this, which is, you know, $9.99 for a 4-pack. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I mean, if somebody wants to just send it all to me for free and I'll drink it and I'll try it, that's fine. I'm just not going to go pay all that kind of money. I see people on the internet all the time. Wow, I bought this. I went and got this. It's $15.99 for a 22 ounce. Oh, it's great. I'm like, oh, I'll just imagine how good it is. I have to go with an A, and I think A is maybe a little too low. It probably is more like in the A+, but I don't know. I can't figure it out. So I'm going to say minimum A, excellent. Most excellent. And probably as I drink on it, it's going to creep up to A+, but whatever the case, it's a dynamite beer. I sure hope you can find it. Maybe it would be hoppier if it was fresher, but then they're saying that it's not going to be really that hoppy and bitter from the get-go. So great, interesting, pretty exciting beer, and I have 3 left. 1987 Lindy's SEC football. They changed the name to Southeastern football. I guess the Southeastern Conference said, I don't recall giving you permission to use our name, so that ended. But we got LSU, of course, and then Tulane. That's usually the case around here. And I have those 2 teams featured. Naturally, LSU bigger than Tulane because it's more popular. Oh, sports legends. The good old days for Coors, right? I love to have one of those cans. Because they're always making commemorative anyway. I found that this time Lindy's was a little inferior to Athlon's. It seemed to be a cheaper production. Not as good. The photos weren't as good, and the print seemed cheaper. But now Lindy's is probably more common, and they're just as good these days. So they've really come around. And the guy that started the company was named Lindy, okay, so that's why. I think he's from Alabama, so that's why it's called Lindy's. And they did more Coors. I guess they didn't have that many sponsors in 1987 for Lindy's. More cheerleaders, I can go along with that. If they're of voting age. I always did care for this picture. Always did care for this picture for whatever reason. For whatever unknown reason. So anyway, y'all come on down to New Orleans.